So, oh goodness, this all started about, let's see here, this is 2018 now. So this was back in 2006. And I was still with the mother of my oldest daughter. And we were going to have our first child, which was going to be a boy. Alexander James Randall-Rickman was his name. And 6 months, or actually 5.5 months into the pregnancy, my ex goes into labor. And they stop it, of course, but that's when we find out what she had was something called cervical incompetence. Feel free to look that up, because I've heard my description is, while accurate, horrible. But anyway, it essentially means the cervix can't do its job, so the baby comes out. So the goal was to keep the pregnancy viable until the 6-month mark, right? Because that's when life goes from, as the 50-50 chance, right? So my ex was essentially in the hospital at this angle with her head here for like 2 weeks, right? So long story short, well, I guess it's too late for that. She ended up finally giving birth at 6 months and 1 day. But the birth was kind of violent because we were young, we were stupid, and we refused any doctor's advice. The uteral sac was yo-yoing out of her, in and out, in and out. You could actually see it. You didn't have to be a doctor to see there was a baby and a uterus sac right there, about to come out. And they're like, we need to do a C-section, get the baby out, be fine, do it, and do our best to keep the baby alive. And we're like, no, we were adamant we wanted a natural vaginal birth. Well, there was a point where when the uteral sac was dropping, her cervix clamps shut. Well, unfortunately, it clamped shut on our son's head. So she had to be rushed into emergency C-section. And my baby was born at 6 months, 2 days, at 1 pound, 11 ounces. After the 3rd day of him being in the NICU, we were talked to by a neurologist who showed us brain scans. And because of the cervix clamping on his head, there was massive brain hemorrhaging. And while, of course, the body would survive, Alex would be brain dead. So me and my ex unanimously decided to take him off the machines, let nature take its course. Okay. So he was born November 9th, 2006, passed away November 19th, 10 days old. He passed away on my arms, on my chest. I've got pictures. I will share them gladly. But I actually have his ashes with me right here. My wife, Erica, she fought to get these for me. And this is actually a Father's Day gift 2-3 years ago. But a little something extra I keep in here. Not many folks know this. This is... Okay, so the sage piece is gone. I have to put a new one in. But I normally keep a piece of sage in here with my son. A little sweaty out here. Anywho. Now, so going through the pregnancy, okay, there would be ultrasounds, of course, like any pregnancy, and I kept seeing my son do this in the ultrasound, okay? No one believed me. No one believed me. And then in the NICU, day 5, or no, it was day 3, he kept pressing his hand against the glass doing this. Genetics, right? My son would have been 12 years old this year. His sister is going to be 11. And then my youngest, technically my stepdaughter, but she's still my daughter, will be 10 this year. But yeah, that's the story. That's the shortened version. Honestly, I mean, I can get into more deeper detail, but really, that's the meat and potatoes of it. What other crazy questions do you kids have for me?